Hi, you guys. I am back with another reading. I'm going to let a few of you join in. Hi. So, I'm going to let a few of you join in tonight's reading. You see the title, so we're going to dive right into it, okay? We're going to be discussing, we're going to be doing, not discussing, but I'm going to be doing a celebrity tarot reading on Kris Jenner's 70th birthday party. I'm also going to be doing a reading on Teyana Taylor and PIERRE. It's actually an updated reading because I did originally do a reading on them. So we're just going to do an updated reading. And then I'm also going to do, who was the other person? It was PIERRE and Teyana Taylor and Lori Harvey and Damson Idris. Okay, so that is who I'm going to be focusing on for today's celebrity tarot reading. I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera so you guys can see the cards and the cute little setup I have up for you guys. Well, it's really for me, but y'all get to see it. And as always, make sure as you come into the live, I would kindly appreciate it if you like the live. That's all I ask for is like the video. And share this live as well, okay? Share the live, share the link. So let's get right into the reading. And just keep in mind, my disclaimer is that anything that I say is for entertainment purposes only, and it is allegedly. Obviously, I do not know any of these people personally, nor do they know me, okay? So yeah, don't take anything I say personal or as the end all be all. Of course, my intention is for my readings to be accurate as possible according to my intuition. But again, this is a, reading on celebrities that I have no affiliation with. So there's no malice or nor ill intent involved, okay? However, I do enjoy doing celebrity readings just as much as you guys enjoy watching them. So go ahead and subscribe if you like this type of content. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe to the channel. You don't have to subscribe if you don't want to. However, if you are in the live, all I ask is that you like this live, okay? Like the live. Thank you. All right. Hold on one second, you guys. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, you guys. So yes, make sure you like this video. Like the video on your way in. For the celebrity tarot reading, I'm going to be using this deck here, Music Tarot. I've been using it for a while, so if you guys are familiar with my lives and my readings I want to say I've been using this deck for the past month. So you guys know that I did purchase this at Barnes & Noble. So if you want to purchase your own deck, you can find it there. All right, so we're going to start off with Kris Jenner. All right, let's start off with Kris Jenner's energy. Show me Kris Jenner. I was kind of looking at some pictures of the event. I don't know if you guys can see that. So I was looking at pictures of her event. So this was Kris Jenner's. This is pictures from her event there. Red themed, it looks like. So so would I be safe to assume that Kris Jenner is a Scorpio? Okay, it's very nice. This is the inside. So it's red theme, very sacral energy, sexual energy she's channeling here. Okay. This is her birthday cake, so it was red and black. Those colors definitely mean something, so we'll get into that a little bit later, but those are the colors of her cake. Was a black cake, y'all. And everyone was in, so red and black. Okay, so it's casino themed, it seems like. Okay. Kris Jenner 70th. Okay, so she went with like a James Bond casino themed. Okay, she had the slot machines. Okay, this is some of her stuff there. Okay, she had ice sculpting. I kind of just want to take a look at the pictures. So this was her seating for her birthday. Okay, so I kind of have a gist of what the theme is she was looking for. So off the bat, the red definitely gives sacral energy. Okay, so that definitely gives sacral energy. So for her 70th birthday, because I feel like Kris Jenner, she feels young again. She feels vibrant. She could be dating someone younger, okay? And she just feels, she doesn't feel her age. Like, although she's 70, she still feels like she's maybe mid 40s, right? So she does have like a lot of energy. I feel like that's probably part of the reason why she went with the red theme, okay? Because red does invoke like an passionate type of energy. Um, James Bond, when you think of James Bond, that's someone that's very adventurous, you know, very risky, does, likes living on the edge, that type of thing. And I feel like that really embodies Kris Jenner's energy as far as, her feeling like although she's 70, she doesn't feel 70. She feels a lot younger. She feels a lot more vibrant. But I'm definitely picking up on her possibly dating younger, a lot younger. Okay, so let's get into some tarot for Kris Jenner. I want to do a little bit more on the let's see, when it comes to her birthday. Okay, so what we're gonna do is be respectful in the comments. Okay, so we're gonna be respectful in the comments. We're not gonna tell anyone to shut up. Like, we're not doing that. If you feel like you can't control yourself, you can exit the chat. Okay, so let's be respectful of myself because I don't have to be here. I don't have to do this. I worked all day today and I still wanted to come on live because there were people that asked me to do this live, but I'm not going to tolerate disrespect. Okay, so that's first and foremost. So I feel like this is how Kris Jenner is feeling right now. She's feeling like this person here is giving me a very androgynous type of energy. It even kind of looks like her with the haircut. Yeah, and it's the same color theme. She had the red, black, and white color theme in her party. So very occult-like, definitely sexual energy too. I feel like there's a lot that she is working on. Like, it's giving me an energy of like, she feels young. Like, she feels young again. She feels very fortunate to be alive. I mean, 70 is a pretty pivotal year. Not a lot of people make it to that age. So I do feel like there's a part of her that feels very fortunate. I just heard badass. She feels like she's a badass. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, we have the Six of Wands. Yeah, Christian, she's doing a lot of projects. She's definitely working on a lot of things here. As far as like, I know they still have the show that they're doing. So she's working a lot behind the scenes. Wands energy is an energy of doing, taking action. I feel like she's very happy. She's in a happy place. She feels very fortunate. She's a grandmother. She's a multi-millionaire and she's been able to, have her girls, her daughters, as well as her son kind of be in that as well. I mean, the Kardashian name is a pretty big name, right? And Kris Jenner made it possible. So I feel like she feels like she's accomplished a lot. The Six of Wands is a card of victory, celebration. So her party was focused on her, focused on celebrating her, obviously, because it's her birthday, right? What else? Oh, okay. So there could have been something that happened that was unexpected, the Five of Cups. This could talk about drinking as well. Maybe there was like a, you know, social drinking, but this could also, the five does represent like a loss of something, someone feeling some type of emotional loss. So maybe she felt like maybe there were people that she invited or people that she wanted to be there that were not there. Okay. Why is the Five of Cups here for Kris Jenner? The Three of Cups. Yeah, there were people that she wanted to celebrate her birthday with her that couldn't attend, and she felt a way about that. So I don't know who the list of, you know, I'm pretty sure it was a bunch of billionaires and millionaire celebrity friends, but there were people that she really wanted to be there, people she cared about that she wanted to be there, and they weren't there for whatever reason. Okay. But I do feel like, you know, the Three of Cups does talk about celebratory energy, social drinking, gathering, and things like that. So this is showing me the party. Okay, this is the party itself. So the party was a lot of celebrating, lots of drinking, maybe even some happy tears and some sad tears. She could have felt like a little bit of sadness, maybe. And I feel like this is surrounding a person or people that she wanted to be there that weren't there. But let's keep going. What else when it comes to Kris Jenner's birthday party? Can I have the cards face up, please? Okay, we have the Hierophant. So this can point to a husband, an ex-husband, or there's just someone here that's in a position of authority, moral authority. Maybe someone, this could represent a religious figure, but I feel like this could be a current husband or an ex-husband. Who's this Hierophant? Or the people that were in attendance were of like high ranking type of people that were at her party. Who is this Hierophant? Clarify the Hierophant before I move on to the Five of Cups. Clarify the Hierophant. Okay, so the Hierophant is being clarified by the Queen of Swords. Okay. Yeah, I feel like this is... She had someone come and sing at her party or like perform. There was some type of performance I'm getting to. But these are like old school. Like this person is this is supposed to be Aretha Franklin. I don't know who the Pope is supposed to be, but this is supposed to be Aretha Franklin. So I feel like there could have been like some live performances there as well. I'm getting very important people, maybe even like some, and I know this will sound a little weird, but like I'm getting like there were even maybe even some religious people at her party, even though this is like it's given, you know, poker type theme. But there could have been people that kind of just stopped by just to, you know, say happy birthday, pay their respects and leave. But this is a card of like a high priest type of energy. Okay, the Hierophant. So this is someone that is very important, has high ranking. The Queen of Swords gives me like someone performing, so there could have been like a performance, someone singing or something of the sort, but old school. Like think of, when you think of Aretha Franklin, like old school R&B or maybe even like jazz or blues. Okay, so she could have had someone like blues, like jazz blues or something playing in the background, or had live performances. um okay. Okay, so this was clarifying that. Clarify the Five of Cups. Okay, so the Five of Cups is being clarified by the Nine of Swords. So I don't know who this is, but although Kris Jenner was being celebrated at her birthday party, this is giving me how she felt, or something was going on behind the scenes that kind of worried her. I feel like she was expecting someone to show up and they didn't show up. So it kind of left her feeling like worried about this. Someone that she has some type of emotional tie to. Who is this? Who is this person? Yeah, someone she has some type of emotional tie to that wasn't in attendance. Who is this person here? Clarify the Nine of Swords with the Five of Cups. The Knight of Coins. Her son? This could be her son. I don't see why her son wouldn't be at her party, though. Or someone, a young man. He has like green hair. Or maybe her son came and then he left early with the Knight of Coins. He either left and he either came to the party, left early, or didn't come at all. I don't know. You guys can clarify, but there's someone. This could be her son, so this could talk about Robert Kardashian, or it could be someone, a gentleman that she wanted to be there that wasn't there, and she felt a way about that. Like it left her feeling a bit sad. Okay, moving on. What else when it comes to Kris Jenner? What else for Kris Jenner? The Two of Wands. Yeah, it was definitely somebody that she could have been multiple people that weren't in attendance that she thought was going to be there. Yeah, there was a live performance. There was live performances or maybe even renditions of people in the past. So maybe she had like somebody like performing like I just heard Shaka Khan. So like Shaka Khan songs, Aretha Franklin. I feel like Kris Jenner is into blues and jazz. Like she likes that type of music, or that's the kind of music she had featured at her party. Okay. But there was definitely some performances here with the Magician card. I feel like she feels very abundant. She feels like the boss, the queen. This could also represent her energy too, right? Feeling very accomplished. Okay. Yeah, look at this. We got the King of Coins. This is supposed to be Biggie Smalls. Yeah, it was a lot of rich people. I mean, obviously. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of money in that room. A lot of money at that party. I will say that. Okay. There's a lot of people in high places, at least financially, right? Okay. I don't feel like, celebrities are better or worse than, the average person. But, it was people there with money. This was a room full of money. Okay. Everyone there was very successful, at least financially. There was people of high rank. Okay. We don't have any, I mean, the only knight is this here is the Knight of Coins. And the Knight of Coins is someone that is loyal. This is why I'm getting maybe there was an issue or maybe like some type of argument that she may have had with Rob, her son Rob Kardashian, and maybe he didn't come to the party at all, or something happened maybe right before, or if he was there, he really didn't want to be there. Um, but besides that, I feel like, besides the knight, the other cards are high ranking positions. We have the Queen of Swords, we have the Hierophant, the King of Coins. So it was a lot of important people at her event. And I feel like everyone had a great time. It was pretty balanced. I'm not really getting dark energy. Like, there was no, it's not, because I know a lot of people put a lot of stuff on the Kardashians' name. They call them witches. They say they're occultists and things like that. And I feel like they can be, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, does it really matter? You know what I'm saying? Like, if she was or wasn't, like, does that really matter? Um, but I do feel like overall the vibe, the energy was pretty positive. The temperances talk about balance. Like I said, I do feel like there was a lot of drinking, but it wasn't like distasteful drinking. I feel like people were having a good time. It was her 70th birthday party. So there was champagne, there was wine, there was, top shelf. Like it was, I'm sure there was a full bar, okay? Because like I said, this is a celebration for her. So I do feel like if there was drinking, it was social drinking. It was tasteful. Yeah, we got more cup cards on the bottom. She was very happy. A lot of people from her past were there. People that she grew up with, people she's known for decades were there to celebrate her. It's a very nostalgic type of feeling. Okay. Um, Grandchildren were probably spent time with her before the party. I don't feel like they were there at the party, but I do feel like she feels very happy. She feels very grateful as well. Okay, I'm getting a feeling of nostalgia. Taylor Swift could have been invited as well. This is Taylor Swift here, showing up as the Knight of, what is this? The Knight of Cups. Okay. So Taylor Swift could have been in attendance or been invited to come. Okay. As well as a ton of other celebrities. I mean, she had all kinds of celebrities, rappers, singers, musicians. Okay, she had a lot of different people at this party. What else for Kris Jenner? Yeah. There was a lot of connections made as well. A lot of networking. So although they were celebrating her birthday, there was a lot of networking happening at this party too. Okay. Can I get some closing messages when it comes to Kris Jenner? What could we expect from her in the near future? Oh, okay. So we have the Seven of Wands. Uh-oh. So she's defending something here. I feel like she's defending her family, defending some type of family secret with the Seven of Swords. And we have the Six of Swords. So she's defending something here. Some type of secret maybe that comes out. And she has to defend it. This could be public. Okay. The Six of Swords does talk about it kind of like, it's like a, you know, a little bit of a scandal. Maybe like something is in the blogs about the Kardashians or something like that. But it's fleeting. It's not like she comes in to defend it, to either maybe there could be like a lie that's like exposed and she comes in and says, no, this is a lie and whatever, that type of thing. But there's some type of family secret here that she's defending. Okay. What else? Give me some closing messages. And then I'm going to move on to Lori Harvey and Damson Idris. So that is going to be a couples reading. So I'm going to actually use a different deck for that. Any closing messages when it comes to Kris Jenner and her 70th birthday party? Anything we need to know? Any tea? Anything happen? Any drama? The stars. Yeah, it was... Listen, her party was a night for the stars. Okay, there was a lot of very, very important people there. A lot of singers, musicians, actors, actresses. Okay, I heard Hollywood glam. So there's a lot of people there, a lot of important people. I mean, you guys let me know because I didn't, you know, I just kind of looked through the pictures while I was on live. But yeah. I feel like all of her wishes come true. Everything that she wanted, there's something here lingering. Like there could have been some type of disappointment that night or maybe right before. But I feel like ultimately everything that she wanted to happen, everything that she envisioned her party was going to be like was in fact that. The Stardust talks about, you know, your wishes coming true, wishes being granted. Okay. Being the center of attention as well. Okay, so this could represent her energy or just people that she had there. She had a lot of high-end people there. Okay, yeah. Okay, so that is it for Kris Jenner and her 70th birthday party. I'm actually going to pull a different deck for Lori Harvey and Damson Idris. This is going to be an updated reading because I did a reading on them, I think about maybe a few months ago. So let me grab a different deck, you guys. I hope you all are having a great night. Thank you so much for joining the live. Make sure you guys like this live and share this live as well. Share the live, like the live, y'all. All right, give me 1 second, you guys. I'm gonna grab the other. I'm gonna grab my the other deck. Hold on. All right, so we're going to use Romance Angels for Lori and Damson, and I'm also going to use the Lover's Oracle. So we'll open up with this, and then if I need to clarify, I'll pull some tarot. So this is going to be an updated reading for Lori, Harvey, and Damson. Like I said, I already did a couples reading on them a few months back. You guys can, I can link it in my live. Once this live is over, I will link the video to the first reading that I did for them. So this will be an updated reading. Show me matters of the heart between Lori, Harvey, and Damson, Idris. Show me matters of the heart. All right, show me matters of the heart. Okay. So we have give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. Okay. So I feel like these two are very much still in love. Um, although I feel like there's an aspect of their relationship that's PR, I do feel like even a PR relationship, the two people can, you know, they have to have some type of chemistry. So it wouldn't surprise me that they actually love each other or like being around each other. Although this can be a public relations type of relationship, that doesn't mean that feelings aren't developed and things like that for each other. So I do feel like they do have love for each other. I feel like they're going to spend the holidays together with the give thanks for blessings of love soon to come your way. This gives me like, you know, spending the holidays together. Like Damson could spend the holidays with Lori's family and vice versa. Yeah, we have beloved. Though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united. For love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. So I feel like they're away from each other a lot because Lori Harvey's dating an actor. I feel like he does a lot of traveling. He has to fly out a lot. And I think he's based out of like the UK or London or something like that, right? So I do feel like there is physical distance between the two of them at times. So there could be times where I'm more so getting he's the one traveling, not necessarily her. I feel like she's kind of based in LA, but he does a lot of traveling. Okay? So there is some distance between the two. The past is now behind you. Okay, so someone's ex is coming up. There's an ex that could be interfering. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. Beware of what you are projecting. For the qualities you admire in one another or qualities you both possess. Yeah, so there could be some tension behind the scenes between them right now, and it does have to do with an ex. Yeah. And then their last card reads, life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow and you will be surprised where it leads. So yeah, there is some stress. There's some tension behind the scenes. And I feel like it's from an ex, an ex. Either his ex or Lori's. Yeah, they could be going through some tension right now. Mm-hmm. Oh, let's clarify with the romance angels. Show me Lori Harvey and Damson Idris. I am gonna pull some tarot as well. Show me Lori Harvey and Damson. Okay, free yourself. Who is this? It's time to take back control of your life. Hmm. Someone's feeling like they're almost trapped or feeling a bit confined, feeling like they can't be their full self, like they can't be their full unicorn self. When you think of unicorn, you think of a horse, right? That's, you know, unicorns are depicted to be free and loving and carefree and, you know, just running around in green pastures and things like that. So I feel like someone is feeling it, like they're being inhibited or they're being controlled to a certain degree. This could be him feeling this way or her. I'm not really sure. Or it could be the both of them, honestly. That feels like because there's like public scrutiny that they feel a bit trapped or confined by the relationship. Even though I do feel like they, they do like each other, but something about the relationship is like restrictive. And that's never good. Um, what else for Lori Harvey and Damson Idris? Again, I will clarify the oracles a little later. Can I have 2 more cards for Lori Harvey and Damson Idris? So show me the present moment and the near future for Lori Harvey and Damson Idris. Can I have the card face up? Okay, so we have this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Okay, so this could talk about a proposal, or at least Damson is thinking about it. He's thinking about proposing. Okay, he does feel like, and when I say with the this could be the one, because when I think of could, I always say like it's not a sure thing. Like could is a little bit doubtful. So this could be the one is like it's not a yes, but it's not a no. It's more so what you want out of it, right? So I feel like if he proposes, if this leads to some type of proposal here, because if you look at this gentleman is like holding this woman's hand, almost like he's getting ready to kiss her hand, or maybe like there's something happening between the two, right? And then we have like, Cupid and like these other babies like flying above them. So this lets me know that there is love there, okay? Or someone is thinking about proposing or looking at her like, okay, I can benefit from this type of relationship with her. Okay. Keep an open mind. Yeah, he's thinking about this. But I do feel like Damson is dating, oh gosh, I didn't want to say it like that, but I feel like he's dating other women. I don't feel like Lori's the only one. I do feel like if he's not dating, like he's courting other women. Like he's keeping his options open. He's definitely courting other women here, talking to other women. Um, yeah. So I don't feel like she's the only one. I'm not necessarily saying that he's cheating, but he is keeping an open mind. I feel like he's looking for his person, and it's like Lori's kind of like a maybe. Like maybe she is, maybe she isn't. I'm just kind of waiting around to see. But I feel like in the meantime, he's not being like monogamous. I do feel like he's, talking to other women. He's definitely keeping an open mind and keeping his options open. Yeah, so there is wedding on the bottom. Lori wants to be married. I'm not gonna jump out the window and necessarily say that she wants to be married to him. I mean, she could be, but I feel like she wants to be married to him, and he's not really. Because if you look at his face, this person is looking kind of like into space, and she's looking up at him all dreamy eyed, and he kind of looks like he doesn't want to be there. So I feel like she's thinking about marriage. She wants to be married. She wants to be a wife. She wants the title of wife. But I feel like he's a bit hesitant, okay? And he's a bit hesitant to really come to, and it's because of financial reasons. I feel like he doesn't want to, like, he doesn't want anyone to come in and just take his money, right? So, like, if I marry her and we divorce and we have like financial issues in the future with finances and career, I feel like he's afraid that she might walk away with a lot of his assets and what he's worked for. And I say, I mean, if that's the case, if you really want to marry the person and they really want to be with you and it's genuine, make them sign a prenup. That, cuts out all of that. But I do feel like, Lori does want to be married, or she's discussed marriage with him, okay? She wants to be a wife, y'all. All right, I'm going to clarify with the tarot. I'm going to use the same tarot that I was using before. Okay. All right, let's clarify this message for Lori, Harvey, and Damson Idris. Show me the details surrounding their relationship in this present moment and in the near future. What could we expect from them in the near future and in this present moment? Okay. Oh, so we have the hangman. Someone doesn't want to be there. I feel like there's a part of Damson that doesn't want to be in this relationship. It's almost like he's conflicted. Like, he likes the idea of being with a Lori Harvey, but maybe not necessarily her. Okay, the hangman in this instance is giving me someone that's in an uncomfortable position, right? They're kind of at a standstill. It's almost like they're being forced. So there could be an aspect, and that's why I say the relationship feels very PR-ish. Like, it doesn't feel like a genuine, authentic relationship, because there's an aspect of it that feels like, I don't know, like it feels limiting, because we have the free yourself, right? So someone is feeling trapped, someone is feeling stuck, and then literally the hangman. So not only is she feeling like she's almost trapped in this relationship, maybe for public image, you know, how things will look in the public eye, things like that. And he also feels like he doesn't want to look crazy in the public eye. He doesn't want to be seen as like a cheater or promiscuous or not being able to, you know, be with a woman, and like he doesn't want to seem like the guy that's hopping around from relationship to relationship. So I feel like there's a part of his public image that he is wanting to protect, as well as she is. So they are staying in this relationship with each other for those reasons. So there's a bit of uncomfortability within their relationship too. Like, he feels stuck. And it's like neither one of them are stuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, ultimately, with the hangman, his hands aren't tied. He just has his hands behind his back, and he's like staying, you know, hanging upside down. But he can get out of this position. All he has to do is reach up and untie his foot. It's only one foot that's hanging. I mean, that's, you know, in the rope. So he can get out of this relationship if he wants to. And she can free herself from this relationship if she wants to as well. Because Lori, this would represent Lori Harvey's energy. This unicorn can easily stand up, and they are much taller than the fence that is around it. So I feel like this is more mental, where they feel like they have to be with each other for, you know, to keep up appearances, but they may not necessarily want to be with each other. Like, it's something about it that just feels inauthentic. Yeah, it's like it's being forced. Someone has to work really hard to keep up appearances. Why? Why are they working hard to keep up appearances? What is this here? Why? What is the reason for this? The Fool card. She doesn't want to keep starting over. Like, Lori could come to I feel like she's at a place where she doesn't want to keep starting over with a new man. I feel like she kind of wants to settle down and be with one person. You know, she's been in this public relationship with Damson for some years now. So I feel like she doesn't want to start over. And that's what it is. So even if she may be dealing with some challenges and there's a little bit of tension within their relationship, I feel like Lori doesn't want to just leave and start over again. Okay. And I also feel like there is an aspect of her that is there for financial reasons as well. And it could be him as well, so vice versa. But there is money involved. There's some financial responsibility in their relationship that is keeping them together. Yeah. I'm telling you, they don't want to be scrutinized. Like, I feel like Lori Harvey doesn't want to be seen as like promiscuous, you know. She doesn't want to be judged with the judgment card. She doesn't want to be judged by others. Okay? So she's going to stay in this relationship even if she's, I don't want to say that she's unhappy, because I'm not really seeing a card of unhappiness, but there's a little bit of tension there. I don't know if they've been arguing about things behind the scenes, or just feeling like maybe they want to date other people, but they can't because of judgment. Like, no one wants to be seen as, oh, I'm just jumping from this relationship to the next. So there's a level of morality here where she doesn't want to be judged by, maybe her parents, her mom, Steve Harvey, the public. Lori Harvey has been linked to Future. She's been linked to Diddy. She's been linked to Damson. She's been linked to different men within the industry. And I feel like she doesn't want to be judged for her actions. So there is an aspect of her that kind of feels like she's stuck in this relationship. Even though she really isn't. I mean, at the end of the day, both people could do what they want, Yeah, Seven of Wands. This is someone defending their relationship or defending her honor. She doesn't want to be disrespected, so she's defending herself or standing up for what she believes in. Okay. What could we expect from them in the near future? The Knight of Cups. Okay. So there is love there. There's a love offer. I feel like it's still new. Like, it's not giving me passionate energy between the two, but I do feel like there is love there. What else? Yeah, the Ace of Wands. Okay. Clarify the Ace of Wands. The Six of Swords. Okay. So they are sexually attracted to each other. I do feel that. The Ace of Wands could also represent sexual energy. And the Six of Swords talks about them overcoming that challenge. So the tension that I was feeling within their relationship, I feel like they are going to get to a space. They're going to communicate, talk about, or at least this is the way that they should handle it, is talking through it. I do feel like they'll get to a space of calmness and peace within their relationship, but they need to communicate that with each other. Communicate what they want, what they expect out of the relationship, and things like that. But yeah, the Six of Swords does let me know that, things are going to get better. So if there was like arguments happening between the two, I feel like they do get to a better place. Okay. Can I have one more card to close out their reading? Can I have one more card to close out the reading for Damson? And okay, we have the Emperor. Okay, Damson. So he is showing up as the Emperor here. He could be a husband. So this could lead to marriage. Even if he's not married to Lori, he's going to marry someone, or at least that's what he wants. The Emperor is not only a husband, but he is financially abundant, financially stable. He's a provider, provides for his family. The Emperor takes care of those around him. The Emperor takes care of the Empress and the queens and the knights, and everything else in the suit is under the Emperor. Okay, so this is his energy, feeling very empowered. I feel like his career is going very well. This is him at the top of his throne. This is him, being the head of the household, the king of the castle, that type of thing. Okay. Now, the bottom cards being the Tower card, this does let me know that there is something inevitable that's going to happen here. And it could have to do with their finances. This could have to do with like sudden loss of money, or something suddenly happens. This could talk about I don't know, but there's a sudden disruption in money and how money is being made. The Ten of Wands talks about heavy burden. So it could be them keeping up appearances or living beyond their means, or he could be living beyond his means to a certain degree. Yeah, there's a loss of money here within their relationship. Okay. I feel like that's more so like them trying to keep up appearances, trying to, maybe, I don't know, overspending. It's like I see the hard work here, but there's an aspect of them that needs to save. Like he needs to save his money, manage his money well, okay? Because there could be some financial issues in the near future. Maybe the acting slows down, okay? But there's something happening here where I do feel like somebody could be living beyond their means here. Yeah, I'm telling you. It's like they're going back and forth. Like there's money coming in, but the more that comes in is the more that comes out. So someone is juggling finances here, and I feel like this is connected to Damson. Okay. And then we have the Nine of Coins, Five of Wands with the High Priestess. There's something that Lori Harvey knows about him, and she kind of holds this over his head. I don't know what this is here, but there's a secret that she knows about him that she uses to her advantage. Yeah, it's a heavy secret too. Oh my God. We have the High Priestess, and then we have the Seven of Swords. This is secrecy. Someone getting away with something. There's something that she knows about him. Yeah, she knows something about him here. And I feel like she does use it to her advantage. She could even bring it up in arguments. Okay. All right, so last but not least, we're gonna do, who was next? Teyana Taylor and Aaron Pierre. They're also gonna be an updated reading because I did a reading on them before. And I will link the previous readings in the live. Once this live is over, I will link them in the description if you guys want to check out those readings and then come back to this one. Actually, I'm going to use the same cards, so I don't even need to put them back. All right, so let's start off with the Lover's Oracle. This will be an updated reading for Teyana Taylor and Aaron Pierre. Show me matters of the heart between Aaron Pierre and Teyana Taylor. Show me matters of the heart. Show me the heart. Matters of the heart, love between Aaron Pierre and Teyana Taylor. Okay. So all of the cards came out face down. I'm going to put them back and keep shuffling until I get cards facing up. All right, we have soulmate for Aaron Pierre and Teyana. So they feel like they're each other's soulmate, or they are soulmates. Okay, it says your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. So this is a soulmate connection. They are here to learn something on a soul level from each other. Okay. All right. The next two cards that came out is when you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you share with those you love. Yeah, this is definitely a soulmate connection. They are here to teach each other something on a soul level. So it's a very deep connection between these two. Okay. And then the next card says, close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joy. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. So I feel like this is a message for Teyana. Like, I feel like Teyana is very happy in this relationship because she had a very public relationship with her and a public divorce with her ex-husband. I forget what the basketball player, she was dating a basketball player. I forget what his name is, but it was pretty public, and it was, you know, kind of messy. It was a bit chaotic. Like, it just was a messy breakup, and it was done online in front of the world, at least, you know, online world. Okay. Things were in social media that she necessarily didn't want to be on social media when it came to her previous partner that she had. You know, details about the divorce and things like that. And I feel like Teyana, even though she was going through a hard time with that public divorce, it didn't make her bitter. Like, she was still open to love. And I feel like that is part of the reason why she was able to meet her soulmate. She was able to meet Aaron Pierre. And it's almost as if you can't even remember the last guy she dated, right? Like, I feel like Teyana Taylor is the type of girl, like, she's a lover girl. Like, when she's with a man, that man is her world at that time. There's no other man besides him. And I feel like she's that type of woman. Like, she caters to him. And I feel like she was still open to love, okay? Even though her you know, her previous relationship was very messy. I don't get bitterness here. I get she attracted her soulmate. Okay. Can I have two more oracle cards for matters of the heart? Oh, look at that. You see how that card jumped out? We have healing. Yeah. So this was very healing for her. This relationship that she's in currently is part of her healing journey. It helped her kind of get over her ex, get over her ex-husband. Okay. It says healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. Yeah, this relationship that she's in with Aaron is very healing. I feel like he validates her, comforts her. She's able to speak to him about a lot of things. She may not necessarily vent to him about her ex-husband, but she does feel vulnerable with him. There is an aspect of Aaron that does have healing energy. I just heard Archangel Michael. And Archangel Michael is a healer. Okay, he's a healing angel. So not only was she healing, he could have been healing from a past relationship as well. Okay. I feel like Teyana fell in love with his eyes. Because there's eyes. I don't know if you guys see, but there's eyes in here and it kind of popped out at me. So I feel like where it says close your eyes, like she can kind of play with him like that, like, oh my god, stop looking at me, close your eyes, like, you're so sexy, your eyes are so beautiful, don't look at me. I feel like when Aaron looks at Teyana, she kind of like melts, and she'll be like, yo, don't look at me like that, like, look away, because it's almost like she can't resist. When he looks at her, she can't resist whatever it is that he's asking, because he has beautiful eyes. So she does love that about him. Okay, it's giving me a playful type of energy, very healing. I'm getting goosebumps. Yeah, with embrace. So their energy is more of a healing energy. Whereas their previous reading, I wasn't really getting that. Now I feel like because they've been with each other for maybe what, like a good 6-7 months now. Well, at least publicly. So they could have been dating longer before they went public. So let's say they've been together for 6 months to a year. Their updated energy now feels more healing. It feels more loving. It's a lot softer. It's a lot less nervousness, because I was picking up a lot of nervous energy with Aaron in the beginning, but now I'm feeling like it's much more healing. It's more loving. They know each other a little bit better now. So the card reads embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. So I feel like they fulfill something for Aaron fulfills something for Teyana, and Teyana fulfills something for Aaron. Like they are each other's missing piece, if that makes sense. So whatever, like, they're helping each other to heal. Like, it's not a one-way street. I feel like the relationship is based on a soulmate connection. It could even be divine, like divine healing. I'm getting that too, where they are healing each other. Like both of them may have come in with, like, some baggage, some wear and tear from past relationships, and them coming together, they're equally nurturing to each other. So I'm getting he's nurturing as well as she is, which is really good. Okay. Good for them. It's very lighthearted. Okay. All right. It's lighthearted, but it's also deep. Like, this is deep healing type of connection. Okay. So we're going to move on to the romantic side. From the romance angels, I'm going to pull some oracle. Show me Aaron Pierre and Teyana Taylor romance. When it comes to romance within their relationship, show me romance between Aaron Pierre and Teyana. Okay. So we have finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Uh-oh. Is there some financial problems? Okay. Okay, so there could be some financial issues here. I mean, like I said, she just went through a divorce. So I feel like this is more Teyana maybe having, and I don't want to say financial issues like she's broke, but there's something going on behind the scenes with her money. And I feel like it's connected to her ex-husband, not necessarily Aaron, but in some way that lingering energy from the past is still coming into the present relationship. So it could affect the relationship in some way with Aaron. So this is the energy between the two romantically. It's very passionate. Um, I feel like they are very much attracted to each other. I feel like he is a healer. And I was getting Archangel Michael energy before, and I mentioned that in the live. And I feel like this is Archangel's energy here, Archangel Michael's energy with the angel wings. So he came in to like save the day, to remind her that she's still beautiful, that she's still desired. Okay. And she's in the arms of her man. Okay. So their updated energy feels very lighthearted. It feels very healing. It's very passionate type of energy. So they are very much into each other, very much in love, or at least they think that they are in love. But I feel like it's love here. You know, with the archangel showing up, I do feel like there's a genuine connection between the two. And we do have these soulmate cards, so they're in love. Okay. What else? Oh, we have pay attention to the red flags. So there could be some money issues that one or both of them is ignoring. I'm going to clarify this a little later with the tarot, but there are some red flags here that they need to pay attention to within their relationship. It says the signs are cautioning you. Uh-oh. Okay. Actually, no. I'm just going to pull 3. So let's clarify this energy. So we have pay attention to the red flags, finances and career, and passion. I'm going to clarify this with some tarot. Clarify these oracles for Teyana and Aaron. All right. Let's clarify the pay attention to the red flags. What are the red flags within their relationship? Uh-oh. We got the death card, y'all. What is this? What is this? What is this? So there's some transformation happening here that's going to force them to really reevaluate their relationship, or like take stock in their relationship. What's working, what's not working. Is forcing them to not ignore the red flags. I feel like these are red flags that they're not ignoring. Okay. The death card talks about an ending. This could talk about a breakup. I don't necessarily see that, but it could also talk about a transformation within their relationship that is going to change. Okay. So there's something here that I feel like once either he realizes it or she realizes it, it is going to transform their relationship. It could lead to a breakup, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that. Okay. It could just be an aspect of their relationship dies. All right. Can I get more clarification? Clarify the death card. With the world card, we got the death and the world. It's like life and death. So there could be something tragic that happens. He may not want to be in the spotlight as much. I feel like there's an aspect of Aaron, and I was picking up on that the first time I did their reading. He's a little bit hesitant, like he's shy. Even though Aaron is an actor, he's very handsome. He's like one of the most handsome men. Like, isn't he like one of the most handsome men, something like featured in one of those magazines or whatever for his looks? But there's an aspect of him that doesn't want to be seen in the world stage, because the world card talks about being at the center of attention as well. It can also talk about changes happening, right? Lots of changes, but these are changes that are going to be life-changing. Okay, this could lead to pregnancy. It can talk about a pregnancy, but the world card clarifying the death card gives me, there's a transformation that happens, there's an ending that happens, and then it could be a baby, y'all. It could be a baby. Clarify the death card with the world card. Is this a child? The Queen of Coins. This is Teyana. They're showing me Teyana. Okay. So there's an aspect of It could be a child, because the child, the Queen of Pentacles does represent grounding energy. It could also represent the family. So like, not only does it represent money, but it could also represent the family life, the home, anything that has to do with the material world. So it could be a baby, or there could be children that are affecting the dynamic of the relationship. But I feel like it changes for the positive. Okay, this is her being financially abundant. This is her making great financial decisions. Okay. Okay, she's her own boss. She's working for herself. I feel like she's very content, very happy with the work that she's done, and she's being compensated for that. Yeah, she's a star. So he may feel like there's an aspect of him that feels like, he knows that Teyana is the star of the relationship, right? To a certain degree. He knows that she's an entertainer, and I feel like there's a part of him that kind of shies away from that. Like, he does it because, he's dating someone that's famous. So he kind of has to walk the red carpets with her and be seen with her. But there's an aspect of him that doesn't want to be seen. When I think of Stevie Wonder, right, with, being blind, like not being able to see, there's an aspect of him that he doesn't want the world to see. So I feel like he may want the relationship to be more private than it is. I do feel like there is a part of him that's shy, or that values privacy, and he doesn't want to be so public with his relationship. But it kind of has to be that way because, I mean, you're dating Teyana Taylor. You know what I'm saying? So, but I feel like in this relationship with him, she feels very empowered. Like, she's in a powerful position. Teyana is beautiful. She's sexy. She's fit. She's an amazing mom. She's super talented here. She's a star. Not only can she sing, she can dance. She's a writer. She does choreography. I've also been hearing that Teyana is also earning money by helping people with their performances when they're on tour. So she's helping artists with like their stage presence and performances and things like that. So that's amazing. So I feel like she feels very empowered right now in her life with Aaron. Whereas Aaron, he's going through some type of transformation. There's something within him that is changing. Clarify this. I'm going to pull some more clarifiers for this energy. What's this energy I'm feeling for Aaron? Clarify Aaron's energy. 3 of Cups. Okay. Okay. So he may feel a bit intimidated by the way that Teyana's celebrated. And I'm not saying that he's hating on her. I'm not saying that. But there's a part of him that feels like, I need to step my game up because my girl is winning. She's a boss. She's beautiful. She's desired. Okay. And he may feel that although he's an attractive man, one would think that, he doesn't have low self-esteem, or he may not have, like, everyone goes through a period of their life, no matter how they look, where they feel like, dang, I'm not good enough, or I'm not. And I feel like he kind of feels that way. Not necessarily saying that he is that, but he may feel like, my girl is always being celebrated and I need to live up to this, or I need to match her energy. There's an aspect of him that feels a bit sad. I don't know. It's weird. It's like, I don't know. Let's keep going. Maybe that's the reason why there's a lot of healing energy around, where he needs to be nurtured. Like, he needs that nurturing feminine energy. I wonder what his sign is. Maybe, is he a Scorpio? I don't know. What's Aaron Pierre's birthday? When's his birthday? Because this is giving Scorpio energy, honestly. All right. So we have the 7 of Cups. All right. So someone using discernment. This could also talk about someone maybe probably overindulging in alcohol. Okay. Or someone needs to be mindful of, just over drinking. But I do feel like they're happy. I feel like whatever this is, like, he's going to get over this hump. I don't know why. Aaron could be, and I'm not diagnosing anyone. Again, everything that I'm saying is allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. So do not take anything I say as the end all be all, please. This is, I don't know these people. But I feel like there is a part of him that could be going through like mood swings. Like he has some type of mood disorder, allegedly. And I say this loosely, but I feel like his mood kind of goes up and down. Is he open to love? Yes. Does he have very healing qualities? Yes. And I feel like it's because he is a giver. Like he's very giving, he's very loving. But there's an aspect of him that could feel levels of sadness. And I don't think it has anything to do with Teyana. I just think that that's like a his personality that I'm picking up on. Yeah, it's like something he's hiding about himself or something he doesn't want to say. I don't know. Okay, so we have the Justice card. So things get back to balance. Okay, good. Because we could see Teyana be asked to perform in the White House or do something political, like some type of political performance. And I also feel like there are legal issues still happening behind the scenes with her ex-husband. So maybe something having to do with money with the Justice card. So I see her performing or doing something political, right? So maybe she's asked to perform somewhere or there's a performance happening either in the White House or connected to one of the political parties. Um, yeah. The Justice card could also talk about legal matters. Clarify the Justice card. Why is the Justice card here? Why is the Justice card here for Teyana Taylor and Aaron? Why is it just, okay. The Four of Wands. Okay, there's action that's being taken here. Something is ending. Yeah, okay, so this could be her ex-husband. He could be trying to do things behind the scene. I'm talking about Teyana Taylor's ex-husband. He could be doing things behind the scenes, like with the courts. Like trying to delay things behind the scenes. But whatever it is that he's trying to do, it's being stopped. Like it's coming to an end. All right, let's get some closing messages. Thank you guys so much for joining my live, y'all. I've been live for over an hour. Thank you for liking the video. Share this live as well. And if you like this type of content, if you want to see more content like this, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you can know when I go live in the future and stay up to date with all of my future content, okay? All right, let's get some closing messages for Teyana Taylor and Aaron. Anything else we need to know? Just bring the energy to focus. Anything else we need to know? All right, so we have one card that flipped over. We have the Sun card. You guys, I don't know why I feel like there could be a pregnancy. If Teyana gets pregnant for Aaron, remember you heard it here first. I am the first Harvey to say that if this does happen. I do feel like there's a strong possibility that there could be a pregnancy. It's going to be public. Like, I don't think it's going to be a big secret. She may hide it at first and then come out with it. So if there is a pregnancy, it is going to be public. Even though I don't see, like, the Empress card here, there's a lot of, like, there's some sexual energy here. There's creative energy with the, we have the Star card. We have the Queen of Pentacles, which would also represent a mother. There's a boy in this World card, right? So there's a young boy here. So she could have a son, or that energy is around them. So she doesn't want to get pregnant. She should take precautions because there's an energy of a boy around her. Okay. We could see Teyana Taylor in some biopics as well in the near future. Yeah, we could see her in some biopics, like playing, you know, I don't know, like Aretha Franklin or something like that. But there's biopics coming up for her in the near future, so we could see her doing that. But I feel like closing out their message with the Sun card, the energy right now to me feels it's a healing one. It's very healing. I do feel like Aaron gives me like he doesn't want the relationship to be as public. Like there are aspects of the relationship that he would like to be private, but he can't have it that way because of how, you know, how famous Teyana Taylor is. You know, and she has a lot going on for her. She's been very busy in 2025. So she's in the spotlight. She's being talked about. She was in a movie. She's doing a press run and things like that. So, but overall, I feel like their relationship is going to be a very positive one. It could lead to a baby. Okay. So if that happens, you know where you heard it first. You guys, thank you so much for watching the live. I appreciate you. Ooh, I look a mess. Well, let's go ahead and turn it back. Thank you so much for watching the live. Thank you so much for liking the video. And I will see you on the next live, you guys. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye, y'all. Peace.